Alright, you guys, here's another deck profile from JMC Games. This is Jake, and we're gonna jump right into my Ghost Trick deck profile. Reason why I was doing Ghost Tricks, I like the lockdown version of this. So this is my Ghost Trick lockdown version. It's very fun, and it is very nerve-wracking to other people when certain stuff gets on the field and they pretty much mill their deck, or you banish almost the whole entire deck if they cannot pull anything off. So we're gonna jump right into it. As you can see, I run one Ghost Trick Werewolf. The reason why I run one of him is because for each set card on the field, it inflicts 100 damage to your opponent. Now, be in mind with all Ghost Trick monsters, they cannot be normal summon. They can only be set summon unless you control another Ghost Trick on the field. So that's why I run one Ghost Trick Werewolf, and they all got flip effects. So during your main phase 2, you activate their effect, they all go face down defense mode. So then I run 3 Ghost Trick Skeletons. His flip effect is that for each Ghost Trick card I control, then I get to banish that many cards. So, and it even includes himself. So if you have 5 Ghost Tricks including Ghost Trick Skeleton, then you banish the 5 cards off the top of your opponent's deck. So that's why I run 3 of him. He is very useful due to I don't it does it on the computer, but I don't know if you can do it actually with the cards, but you can chain their effects together. So if you have 5 cards and 3 of these are skeletons, then you can banish 5 cards each. It does in the computer, but like I said, I don't know if you can do it actually with the actual cards during a tournament, because that would be deadly banishing 15 cards off your opponent's top of their deck. That would be pretty nasty. I run one Ghost Trick Ghoul. Now his reason why I run one of him is because of his effect. Now, main phase 1, you can target one Ghost Trick monster you control. Its attack becomes equal to the combined original attack of all Ghost Trick monsters you currently control on the field until your opponent's next in the phase. So if you have him on the field and you have, 3, skeletons and a werewolf, you can add all their attacks on the field and target one card, and it adds all their original attack, and that is one massive attack. That's why I only run one of him, because he, for his effect, once per turn, and he's the only one that can. The monster you select is the only one that can attack once. I want to run one tour guide from the Underworld. It's something new. Actually, my cousin told me about it, and I tried it a couple times, and it does work for XYZ, an instant XYZ. So if you have Werewolf out in the field and you're trying to get Alfred or Mischief out, you can go ahead and special summon a level 3 to lower level 3 fiend type monster. I think. No, because I don't run no fiends, I don't think. Yeah. Oh, you could special summon. Go ahead and special summon Jack Frost, or that's about it. Yeah, you can special summon Jack Frost from your deck and out onto the field, or it's just a hit and a miss for where you can pull out. Then I special summon, and then the main searcher in the deck will be Jiangxi. Now Jiangxi, what she does is for each Ghost Trick monster you control, when she's flipped, you can add from your deck one Ghost Trick monster whose levels are equal to or less than the number of Ghost Trick monsters you control on the field. And she has this one flip effect, and you can only use her effect once per turn. I also run 2 Yetis. The reason why I run 2 Yetis is in case that I am going to go for that super play with Ghoul, I'm going to want to make sure my Ghost Tricks are protected and can't be destroyed by battle or card effects. So I will go ahead and have all these set in defense mode. I will use Ghoul's effect and chain it with Yeti's effect, and either target Skeleton, or I'll target Alfred, or even Mischief because she's a Ghost Trick. I'll target her and add everybody's attack up, and then she can't be destroyed by Mirror Force. Or cannot be target one Ghost Trick monster in the field. It cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effects. So I mean, they can still Mirror Force me and turn to face on defense, which that would kind of hurt, but I can't get Mirror Force or Magical Cylinder. So that's why I use Yeti. I run one Witch because once per turn you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls and change the face-on defense position. That's just kind of the start of the lockdown. Now the main lockdown is right here, is Nekomusum. Now when she's on the field, as long as you control another Ghost Trick card, or if you have a Ghost Trick card out on the field, I should say, when a level 4 is normal summon or special summon, it goes straight to defense mode, and they can't but there has to be another Gold Strick monster on the field, like I just did, to resolve the effect. But that is this card right here is the main source of the lockdown. I also run Two Doll. She lets you target any of the if you can't pull a Necromusm out and get it, you go ahead and go into have Doll on the field. Doll's effect that you can target as many number of monsters your opponent controls, face down defense, and special summon a or let's see, special summon, add to a card. I think, yes, never mind. You can special summon one card for off out of your deck for it. So that's why I run one Doll in case I can't if I cannot start the lockdown. I run one Jack Frost because it's Jack Frost. Um, if one of my Ghost Trick monsters were change when one of your monsters declares a direct attack, you can change that opposed monster face on defense position. If you do, special summon this card from your hand. It's a quick effect into defense position. So I only run one Jack Frost. I run two Ghost Trick Lanterns. It negates the attack, and then I can special summon him out on the field. So these guys, the only reason why I run two, I do not consider running three, is because it's he's not really that great because he could just negate an attack. So I mean, it works good for the negating the attack thing, but I see more use elsewhere, as in for the skeletons, the Janshis, the Yetis, the Necromusms, but just two Lanterns is fine. I also run two Specters. Now, if one of my Ghost Troop monsters is destroyed by opponent's card effect or by battle, I can special summon him from my hand in face down defense position. And if I do, I draw one card. So, I mean, it's a draw and a special summon at the same time. So, it's pretty good. That's why I only run two Specters. I run two Marys. Now, same thing why I run two Lanterns. I mean, I could bump her up to three. I don't know yet due to the if I take damage, I could discard her from my hand and then target one face down defense position, or I could special summon one Ghost Trick face down defense position. So I can see like a combo play of if I'm trying to start the lockdown, go ahead and discard her and then go poke out Necromusm or Ghost Trick for Skeleton or Jangshi, so I can get another Ghost Trick card from my deck to my hand from her effect. So I would, it kind of just lets you do like a quick special summon. I run three Terraformings because it's Terraforming. I run two Twin Twisters due to the fact that I could target two cards on the field, two spell or trap cards on the field and destroy them. So it's kind of like a double MSC. Yes, I got to discard a card, but I can live with it because with the effects of the Ghost Trick monsters hit in the graveyard, I can always bring a Ghost Trick card from my graveyard and add it to my hand. So I'm really not worried about losing Ghost Trick cards. And you shouldn't lose Ghost Trick cards from the lockdown version. Maybe if you get a bad draw, but in the before you shouldn't lose due to the fact of how I run this. So the two Twin Sisters. Now the second version of the second step to the lockdown would be the Swords of Concealing Light. Now this makes it to where all you have to change all your opponent's monsters face down to this position, and they can't change their battle position for 2 turns for 2 standby phrases. So this is 1, 2 for lockdown, and then we're gonna go into. I run one museum due to the fact that I don't have to keep going to main phase 2 and then activating their effects to go face down defense position. Every time you inflict battle damage, you flip them face down defense position, and defense monsters cannot be attacked. Ghost Tricks are like tombs. What this is kind of like Tomb World and Tomb Kingdom without the banishing effects, and these are all tomb monsters because they can attack directly. They can skip defense monsters, so they're kind of like tomb cards, you can say. I run 3 mansions because of the fact that while this card is on the field, all goes can same concept as museum, that all defense position monsters cannot be targeted, and you can attack directly for life points. And the only thing different about this is if you do not control a Ghost Trick card, the attack is halved. So if you have no Ghost Trick cards and they're going to attack you directly, everything is halved. So you don't have to worry about losing that fast. If you have 2,500, you're only going to lose 1425, 1225, 1250. I mean, so it's not really. It kind of helps save you, but it's good. I run one bottomless. I run two Quaking Mirror Force. I don't understand why it says Sandstorm Mirror Force, but this is kind of this supports Ghost Tricks, I should say, because if you attack, you could change all attack position monster face down defense, and they can't change their battle position. So they're stuck there until you attack it, and it turns to face up defense position. I mean, face up attack. Ghost Tricks don't attack monsters; they attack directly. So that is kind of like, you can see this is the third step. So you got 1, 2, 3 for the lockdown, and I run Ghost Trick Scare because you can target as many face down defense position monsters or Ghost Trick monsters among them, you should say, and flip down as many of your opponent's monsters as your Ghost Trick. So if you have 5 Ghost Trick cards on the field and your opponent has 5 monsters on the field, and you activate Ghost Trick Scare, you switch all your opponent's monsters to face down defense position. So it kind of acts as kind of saves you, you should say. Now for what makes the lockdown, and I can't express more about this card because this makes sure that it's complete lockdown, is because your opponent cannot flip summon when this card is in your possession. And if it's destroyed by an opponent's card and sent to the graveyard, they cannot declare attack for the rest of this turn. So it gets a field effect along with a graveyard effect. So if they Dark Bribe it, you still get the graveyard effect, and they cannot attack for the rest of that turn. So that does save you. Now, this is the last step to the lockdown, because if you have her on the field, anything normal or special summon goes face down defense position, and with this on the field, they can't do any flip summoning. So it's complete lockdown, and then they will mill themselves out, or you tack over them, and it's game. So this is my lockdown version of Ghost Tricks. Now for the XYZs, 3 Mischiefs. She is also a major searcher, as long as if you can add 10 materials to her, you win the duel. So, I mean, I don't use her to win the duel. I just use her for a main searcher. That's the only thing I use her for. Because if you get a clunky hand, you got too many cards and you don't need it, and you're already in your lockdown, go ahead and just add cards to her, use her effect, her second effect, and search for another Ghost Trick card you need. Alcard, he could target 1 card on the field and destroy it. And when he's sent to the graveyard, you can add 1 Ghost Trick card in your graveyard other than Alcard. So he's kind of a graveyard. He pulls a card out of your graveyard and adds it to your hand, along with destroying a monster out on the field, or any set card on the field. Succubus is the same thing. The 1 X criteria, target 1 face-up monster on the field, and then the attack is less or equal to combined than all your Ghost Trick monsters on the field, destroy it. And if you do, that monster it cannot be used as long as you have a Ghost Trick card out on the field. So if you target one side of the field, one other monster zones, and they can't use that monster zone as long as you control any Ghost Trick cards. I do run her sometimes, but I just mainly run her to add more material to my Angel of Mischief. So I use her only for material, kind of, because no matter what, if you have your lockdown in place, there's no reason or no way that they can add anything. And then if they do try to, Regeki or Dark Hole, that's what Dark Bribe is for. I run 3 Dollahans. This card gains 200 attack for each Ghost Trick card you control. Once per turn, during a player's turn, you can detach 1 XYZ material from this card. Target 1 face-up monster on the field. Its attack is halved to the end phase. This card is sent to the graveyard. You can target 1 Ghost Trick card in your graveyard and add that to your hand. So this is a search as well as Alcard. So Alcard and Dollhan are as really good, because if you can XYZ into him, and a lot of opportunities to go for game here, because Ghost Trick card, all these are Ghost Trick cards, so it adds up a lot. And then as for my side deck, I do consider running 3 XYZ Reborns, just because of it adds a material to them. So they destroy Alcard, and I can use XYZ Reborn, pretty much Monster Reborn him back from the graveyard, add it to him as a material, and then go ahead and use his effect to destroy a set card on the field. Alright, you guys. Now this is my deck profile for Ghost Tricks, and I hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know how you run your Ghost Tricks and what we should add and subtract from mine. Thank you.
It's time to